Hello, Halo App team. All right, so I just went through those testimonials again, and this time basically what I did was I took a notepad and I just jotted down the title of the user, the category that they're in, timestamps where they just had like really good moments or there was some like really good stuff, and then like some basic notes of basically what they're saying. And then I went into our asset tracker. So when you first put up, you probably see this. You'll have to hit these arrows, go all the way over. There's a video library, which we're going to be building out. And then here's the user testimonials. So, so honestly, like these are the two that I think were best that I was able to really pull out some stuff. I think that, maybe you guys could go back to those other two videos and see that those are just like really good valuable videos of feedback for you guys as a team. And not all of it necessarily would be used for a testimonial necessarily, but there might be some stuff. But as far as stuff that was like really, really good, I'm just starting to build out this basic, username of the user, the category that they're in, the timestamps, and then the notes. Pretty much just what I had in my notes, and then of course the link to the place. And so, honestly, dude, Josh, I just want to say, like, dude, you crushed those questions. You really got them to say some really good stuff, but you're extremely genuine to the whole thing. Because sometimes it can feel weird to like ask for testimonials, and some businesses are just so weird about it. But I mean, you guys are just constantly walking in the steps of that you guys are preaching, and you guys are constantly like just affirming, what you guys are saying, which is just really, really encouraging for me as someone who now I'm kind of inside and deep and seeing the operation. Like that's just super dope. You crush those interviews for sure. But yeah, so here are the best kind of timestamps for these testimonials. So that's basically my process for when we start to record a bunch of footage of some user testimonials, which eventually, say a year from now, you guys might have 25 in here, right? Because this is also another way that you guys can really be measuring your impact. Like you're literally identifying the true narratives of how you're impacting people's lives, and then you're documenting it, which is like great not only for marketing, but I mean just a plethora of reasons. And so this is basically just my process for that. So now what I would do is I'm going to download one of these two videos. Honestly, I have two ideas. So one, we can have each of these videos as an individual testimonial. So we can have like Colleen's testimonial, which of course would hit the borrower type of like market demographic, but then also just be great content for the media to see and potential partners, because they're able to see the actual person who's needing help, and like she's a very relevant example. And then I can also create an Andrea testimonial where it's going to be, we can technically go two ways with it, where like one, it's from the perspective of the backer, and then also what she thinks about it, or it could just be like pretty much just like a basic endorsement, because she said quite a lot of good stuff in here. Like for example, this one, like we could leverage that as just a simple endorsement video, but I think it'd be better if we created just like one individual actual user testimonial and presented that way, where she is a backer, and then here's just other great stuff that she has to say about why she believes so much in the app. So a lot of good content there for sure. So yeah, I'm gonna honestly think a little bit tonight, which of these specific videos that I'm gonna focus. But the other idea that I had was, once you guys start to get maybe like 2 or 3 other testimonials, we can start to pull out stuff. So maybe it might be premature at this point, but we can put like Colleen, Andrea, and then 3 or 4 other people, their testimonials in like a 1-2 minute video. So we can basically just take the best, 2 or 3 time slots in Colleen's testimonial, and then the best 1 or 2 or 2 or 3 in Andrea's, or the best 1 or 2 here, the best 1 or 2 here, and the best 1 or 2 for 3 or 4 the testimonials, and like have one dope 2 or 3 minute testimonial video where it's constantly changing between different stories, and it feels like one whole narrative. So it's not like you're confused on like what you're actually being told, but it's like multiple different people kind of telling that whole narrative, and like that will be a very, very powerful testimonial that we'll be able to leverage. But for now, just for these 2 great videos, I think I'm just going to choose 1 or 2 of these as like an individual testimonial. I'm going to document my process and how I edited. So I'm going to be recording that for you guys. So that way you guys can edit the second video. But honestly, like I'd be totally down to edit the second video. But what I would like to do first is you edit one of these videos, document that process, and then give you guys some of the tools and different checklists to do that, and then just kind of get you guys in the rep of doing that. Maybe you have someone like that at your company, and like that would just be a good rep to be able to do. Say 3 months from now, or 6 months from now, or a year from now, I'm just not available to edit that video. or say you guys have a team, someone who can do that, then it would be great that if we can just start to get your guys, reps in and execute that process initially. But yep, just wanted to kind of recap some of these things. I've got a couple of things I'm going to be doing for you guys tonight, specifically a few introductions. So one person, his name is Thaddeus Rex. He's the owner, and I know I'm kind of jumping all over the place, but I'm going to create a TLDR of this video for you guys. And also, I'm going to put this on YouTube, and you can do like the 2x version. Like I just want to, if you guys don't know, you can do it on YouTube. I totally want to recommend that for some of these meetings. If you got to just quickly take this information or just get like the high level stuff, throw it on like 1.5 times or 2 times. But yeah, so Thaddeus Rex, he's the CEO of a coaching group called the I-Team. And essentially what he's done is he has developed, well, recently he got funding from Dick Alderman, who is the former CEO of Roche, and he took Roche from when they're under the water but valued at $300 million when they're under the water to $800 million and profiting well. And he's been a consultant for a myriad of other executive companies and top corporate companies, just in a consulting role. But so he's an investor in now the I-Team. And so now Thaddeus Rex, who was a previous client of mine, a good friend of mine, and a very strong supporter of the indie community, and really wants to use his resources and assets and just influence that he has now to impact the community, especially in areas that really need impact. And so I'm gonna make an introduction to you guys. He would be able to introduce you guys to a lot of different things. He does a lot of event-based stuff, and so similar to Aaron Stanton, who's the introduction that I recently made to you guys, they're often driving attention and promoting like charities and organizations. I know you guys aren't a charity, but there's a charitable aspect to what you guys do, but also you guys are a tech company that needs the attention, and a lot of different groups like that would benefit from promoting you guys. So he will just be someone that you guys can start connecting with. But yeah, I got a few connections with you guys, but those are just a few things to recap these user testimonials.